Hello, hello. Thanks for coming back to My Carry Music. I'm going to talk a little bit about jazz vocabulary. That was a 12-bar blues in B flat. A lot of middle schoolers and high schoolers are working on that right now. It was not a minor blues, just dominant chords. So major triad. Every chord's got the major triad with a lowered seventh. Until you get to that third phrase, there was a 2-5-1. But in my first part one of jazz as a language, or the jazz language, I didn't give any demonstration. I just talk. So I want to give you examples of what I consider in jazz, especially in the blues. Blues is really kind of like a cousin to jazz. So here are some words you could learn. They come from the blues. That's actually part of a melody too. You might know that one. I just made up the ending for that. Just going up and down the scale, and come up with your own combination, your own articulation, or grouping. The blues scale, that is. So that's 1, lowered 3, off any major scale. Number 1, lowered 3rd, 4, lowered 5, natural 5, lowered 7th, 8. Same as 1, right? Same pitch. So in concert B flat for clarinet, trumpet, or tenor, you've got to go up a whole step to compensate for the fact that everything you play sounds a whole step lower. So it's not B flat, it's C. You're in C, E flat, that's the lowered 3rd, F, that's number 4, G flat, that's lowered 5, G, natural 5, B flat, lowered 7th, and C. If you know your pentatonic scales, 5-note minor pentatonic, like the black keys on the piano, starting on E flat. Same relationship, except you're adding the blue note. That's lowered 5. Okay, the blue note is a. And you can obviously get into the microtones, like imitate the singers and the guitar players who would just get bluesy on that blue note. I was lucky enough to take some lessons with Yusuf Lateef. That's a minor blues, Revelation. Some of you may know that. If you don't, it was written by a pianist, but he has it on it's one of his hits, basically from his. But it plays a lot of blues on there. He definitely plays along with plays around with the blue note. But all the jazz musicians from the 40s, really going all the way back. You can do so much research into the blues, 1880s, 90s. Field hollers, and came from a whole singing tradition, and then worked its way into the guitar playing, and the horn players brought it out of New Orleans and out of Mississippi, Alabama, up into the Chicago and New York and California. So by the, 20s, 30s, 40s. Is well established. So non-blues phrases that you can use in over the blues or over just in general. Scales, bits of scales, and bits of European melodies. That comes from, you can find that in classical music. The first phrase. 1, 3, 2, 1. Very simple. Okay. So jazzify it with some chromaticism in the articulation and the swing. I just started with a scale. Da, 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 da. It all comes from classical music, the melodicism and the outlining chords. So if you're a student and you're kind of like bummed out about the fact that you have to take concert band or wind ensemble or classical lessons because you really all you want to do is be in a jazz band, try to understand it. It's all related, and it's going to create a lot of great technique and open up your ears to be able to be a good classical player. So those are quick tips to get you started. Learn your scales, all your scales, as well as you can. And then whatever phrase you want to play, try playing them in different keys. You could go around the circle of fourths or the circle of fifths, however you want to think of that. I prefer the ascending fourths, but you could go up in half steps. You